How to grow a noise. Easy. Crack some pavement. Forget about it. Let an entire new world step on it forever. Hope that the second it peeks out of its vestige, it isn't immediately torn. Give it 3 days and it'll be shaved. Right? That's the only weed I've ever seen grown. But to be overly honest, I dwindle more than I dapple. Let me just put it this way. It's like a mental musical pear. Literally, a little green lamp I can encompass and wish on. You can always use the thing, but there's a mystical rule in place that you can't. Ain't that how mental blocks always work? Quality ceramic glazed with green water reeds painted onto a dark glossy forest floor. It's got a girl's name grooved in it by Make, so of course that's the cliche trumpet's name. This shit was handmade. Just look at the mouthpiece. I've never owned a wind instrument that looked so much like pursed lips. I can feel that a thumb made that dented ramp just by using my eyes. If you're so inclined, you can finger the underside like a tiny fairy bowling ball. Strangling it with lady grippers causes sight to roll back and third eyes to peep into pinhole cameras of delusion. It is a quality-made ocarina for sure. The blowhole? Gravel. Gridded parking lot. The spot that was held in order to complete its processing. Still, God, wouldn't I love to play it. The tip spirals into a fine sip of kinesthetic planting. Turn it down, sides up, and it looks like a whole scream of nature. Hands plopped around it and everything. An infinite scream passing through nature? I heard one of those once. All the instruments stopped and I heard a note for what seemed like a time that would be the last forever. I could believe the whole stopped, and I would only hear that singular note. One stanza ripped from the paper tab as all the info that would exist again. A couple of quarters or eighths that said, "It could have been so, if only..." Shit sucked, but she finally shut up. The sweet potato is such a handful, properly. Sits chumly over the edge, but is firmly wrapped behind inner skin creases of joints. I want to feel it between my fingers as well, all the way to the hand. The horn sounds terribly off, like the reed it doesn't use is chipped, but it's perfectly preserved. My lips just aren't practiced to use it. No, they never learned. I played a gulp going down a sinew neck instead of a sibilance of swish, swus. Shit, I got them both around the same time. Too many decades ago. I saw a thought. I remembered hearing it years before. Until a few moments ago, I hadn't realized I didn't know. I barely knew it even then. I've only blown it a few times within any space without someone to overhear me. But every time I remember it, I want to educate myself on how it handles. Little orifice triggers to exploit, magical matters to riddle out, and boredom to break pioneers into newfound ground that sounds just like... It's a great feeling to see this. Again. Again. Again, and this time, without manic screams of August passion fruit splattering into a psychotic rainbow through a cracking prism lost in communication. Is this my punishment, then? To bind already pressed page in the devil's rage as passage for dynamic dirges that I've never seen gnashed before? Maybe one day I'll let myself learn or some shit like that. Or forget that I knew that I found out something that used to exist I didn't know about. that I already knew about once again, and blow it away. That shit was wild.